Hey everyone, this is Victor from Cyborg for Life, and I want to welcome you to episode 167 of Limb Lengthening Live, where the patients interview the guests. And today we have a great topic of discussion. If you are a cosmetic limb lengthening patient or prospective patient looking to get this surgery done, I think this topic is going to interest you because we're going to be talking about whether you should or think about get femurs done, tibias done, or go for all the 4 segments and get your quadrilateral lengthening done. So we're gonna talk about this today. I think it's really interesting because we have a femur patient on the show, we have a quadrilateral lengthening patient on the show, and we actually have a tibia lengthening patient on the show. So we have different perspectives, and I'm sure more people will join. The join link is in the description. I put in the Discord. I sent it out in the emails, so it's out there. Let's see who we have. Somebody just joined. Yeah, we have somebody else that just joined. Olympus. Hey, how are you?
So I'm formerly known as Froggy Dragon.
Okay. We got Froggy Dragon. He's the guy that we're doing this for. So if you guys don't know, last few weeks, Froggy Dragon, or Olympus here, is actually considering limb lengthening. He's going to get it done, and he's trying to make up his mind about should he go for just the femurs or should he go for the femurs and the tibias. Now, I'm just going to summarize it for you, and he can as well. But his family is now on board and is supporting him full throttle and is saying, hey, we want you to go for the quadrilateral lengthening. And he's just like, I don't know, that's a lot of surgery. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down today. I think it's going to be a great show. You guys in the chat, obviously stick around. We're going to be able to answer your questions briefly. Ben, appreciate you in the chat moderating as always. What's up to you? Okay, so we're going to start off with the segment 1 where I want to basically talk about the pros and cons of doing each limb segment. So that means that we're going to talk about the femurs first. If you're just going to do the femurs, the pros, the cons, and who's it best for. So let's go ahead and start with that. And I want to kind of pitch this one to Aaron because he's actually our femur lengthening patient on the show right now. So Aaron, we're going to kick it off with you. So just off the top of your head, can you just kind of talk about some of the pros of getting femur lengthening done?
Yeah, absolutely. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Yeah. Over here, femur lengthening is pretty much like the most popular lengthening. I haven't seen anybody who's doing just the tibias unless they are a quadrilateral patient. But with the femurs, there's so many advantages. I mean, it's a lot easier to rehab since there's more muscles. There's a lot of stretches that you can do. And obviously you can gain more height with it compared to the tibias. So, if you're doing just that segment, and you're finished recovering, you're out there in the real world, then you can kind of just gauge, oh, well, maybe this is just enough for me, and then you don't have to come back for tibias. But basically, it's like a lot of people said here before, it's pretty much the best bang for your buck, and it's also a little bit it's a lot less of a complicated surgery compared to just the tibias. So overall, there's a lot more advantages to it. Now, unless like your tibia to femur ratio is like pretty low, then you might probably consider, doing your tibias first and then going from there. But overall, femur seems to be like the most default limb to lengthen.
To go for it. Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's the gold standard. I think that probably out of the gate, 80% of patients will go for the femur. Like you said, more bang for your buck and get anywhere from 5 to 8 centimeters, which is 2 to 3 inches, almost without too much thinking. There's obviously some stretching involved and whatnot, but those are the pros, man. It's like it's surrounded by a lot of red tissue, a lot of muscle. It does heal faster typically. It's less impact on your ankle, which is usually going to get some sort of like stiffness sooner because it's a smaller bone length. And the other thing you got to think about is it's really good for first-time patients because a lot of patients want to make sure that they heal and get back. The tibias are slow bones to heal. So those are some of the pros and the cons. So yeah, does anybody else have anything to try? Oh, let's see. Somebody else just joined. Ahmed. Oh, that's right. I forgot he's going to join today. So Nailed Legs actually he's a quadrilateral lengthening patient, so he can speak on this as well because he did do femurs as well. So Nailed Legs, do you agree with Aaron?
Oh yeah, definitely. If you had to pick one or the other, femurs, I think tibia only, from what I've seen and talking with other patients, is it seems to be common amongst Asian patients. So when I was in Athens, there was actually 3 Asian patients there, and according to them, like the beauty standard is, to prioritize like tibia length, for the aesthetics. So there was one girl, she was quad, and even her parents told her, hey, if you're going to do, the quad, at least do the tibias first, because, that'll look better. And the other patients, like they were saying the same thing. But I do think that it's interesting. And you'll see the same thing on the forum, just with different beauty standards, I guess. But yeah, I mean, if you had to pick, femur's probably going to be best just for the ease of recovery and then also, max length. But I totally understand, there might be a specific, beauty standard to your culture that might make it tibias.
That's awesome. And I really want to kind of dive a little deeper on that, because I don't know, this might be some statistic you guys know, but is it because the Asian demographic, do they have shorter tibias in relation to their femurs out of the gate, or is it just like, do you guys have any data on that? Or
I wish I had more data on that. I mean, I'm Asian myself, but my tibia to femur ratio was like 0.82.
Oh, so you were smack dab on average. Got it. All right, cool. Well, some of the cons with tibia lengthening that I know for sure for most patients that aren't in like their early 20s is longer healing time, right? Like consolidation time. So besides set proportions aside, that's one thing, right? So, and there's also a higher risk of like joint stiffness because it's a smaller bone. So the more length you get, closer to that 5 centimeter or 6 centimeter amount of length in the bone, you can develop something called equinus contracture or ballerina foot, which can make the recovery or getting a normal walk a lot longer. It can also be more painful. I just heard that we had Oliver, or whatever his secondary name or alias was. He came on last week and he said that, or the week before, and he said that he just got his tibias done. He said that they were more painful than his femurs. He did the femurs before, so he's a quad patient as well. So that's one thing to think about. It was pretty painful for me, and I've broken my femur and had X-fix on it, and I had my tibia done for lengthening, and I have to say the tibia was pretty darn painful. But I think who is it best for? Who is tibia lengthening best for? I think for people who have, like you said, nail legs, proportions, and then also people who might have deformity corrections that need to be done, because a lot of times you'll see bowing, like bow legs, some sort of valgus in the tibia below the knee. Sometimes you'll see it in the femur as well. So, but anyway, that's my thoughts on that. Let's see, somebody just joined again. Oh, there's Ahmed. Ahmed, you're a femur lengthening patient. So before we move, we just moved into tibias a little bit, but and I know we're going to get your update because you're done lengthening and stuff. But real quick, we're talking about the topic of discussion today about which limb segment to lengthen, because Olympus here, he is in the midst of trying to figure this all out and decide should he do the femurs or all four. So what was femur lengthening like to you, and would you ever consider tibia lengthening? Ahmed, you there? He might have some trouble. That's okay. All right, well, moving right along here. All right, so now we're going to move into the topic of discussion for quadrilateral lengthening, which is femurs and tibias. And I want to throw this back to Aaron, right? So we're going to go back through, and Olympus, you're just sitting as a spectator right now. We're going to get your take in a second.
Sure. I'm ready for whenever you guys are, but
Yeah, we're going to bring you in. We're going to bring you in.
Over the discussion. I appreciate
it. Speak, because they're getting it in here. So Aaron, so quad lengthening, right? So we're talking femurs and tibias. Obviously, you're just doing the femurs right now, but what are some of the pros that patients might consider doing quadrilateral lengthening from what you know?
One of the best things that I've thought about was proportions. I even thought about this consistently, like when I was doing femur lengthening. Now, granted, I'm one of those people that I probably think about proportions more than other people, because I know Aiden always tells me, dude, don't worry about it. Proportions are kind of like a little bit overrated. And I had some of the other people tell me that. But I guess the biggest pro with quadrilateral is that, once again, you can lengthen as much as you want until your proportions are satisfied. But you can also just get rid of you can gain up to 10 centimeters around, and just be done with it, and just focus on those 6 months to recover, and then you have your new height, you have your new proportions. I will say though that I have seen a few quadrilateral patients while I was here, and I gotta say I've seen them all over the spectrum. I mean, there's one lady in her late 40s or so, and she's doing pretty good. I mean, she's doing 4.5 on her tibias, and then she's doing 5.5 on her femurs. And she's pretty up there. I've seen one guy who did his tibias, and he got up to 4 centimeters, and then he postponed his femur surgery until he was done with tibial lengthening. And then after that, it appears he got some sort of complication. I'm not sure what it is, but he described it like after femur surgery that his right shin was entirely numb and that he had some trouble moving his big foot. I don't know what exactly happened, and I don't know what Dr. Robbins said, but that's what I've seen. And obviously, there's another quadrilateral patient where it's just really hard on the body. So, yeah, I would, in a very perfect world, I would have considered quadrilateral. But once again, like the amount of cost associated with it, the amount of possible complications, or the amount of stress that your body has to handle, it might be a little bit too much. So that's just something you might have to consider.
I love that. And I'm going to go to Nailed Legs next. I want to get his take on this because he is a quadrilateral lengthening patient. He has gone through the process. Now, granted, he did do 4 and 4 because he's possibly going to go back for more, but he did the process. So I want to get his take, his perspective. Nailed Legs, what was the process like for you? Did you do your tibias first, femurs first? And just talk a little bit about your experience.
Yeah, I mostly agree with what Aaron said. I did tibias first. 3 weeks later, went in for femurs. Tibias were substantially more painful than femurs. A lot worse. I felt like on the femurs, I could have really kept going. It was the tibias. I did have a ballerina foot, which is what I'm about to say is probably a little bit controversial, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. Me speaking with other patients and seeing their journey, if you're patient enough, you can get rid of it. One girl, she did almost 7 centimeters on her tibias. She had really bad ballerina foot. She could not get her heel down at all. It was like she was wearing high heels everywhere she went. I mean, this is what she's telling me. But after just 7 months, and she didn't even do anything to try to get rid of it, like special stretching. She just kind of would walk, and slowly her body got used to it. 7 months later, it went away. I think, it's bad. Ballerina foot's really bad because it will screw up your walk. It will screw up your balance. But at the same time, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Something that's far worse is to get some kind of a deformity, or like a nail breaking, things like that. If you can do quad, if the money isn't an issue for you and you're already going to invest the time required, because I think that's the biggest investment. It's not just the money, but it's the time. I mean, if you're already at a commission for those months, you're lengthening femur, you've got the money to do tibias, it might be worth doing quad just for but again, it's up to every patient. It is a lot harder. It is a lot more pain, but something to consider.
Absolutely. It's so funny because I've been consulting with this guy who's he wants to get it done as soon as possible. Money's not an issue. Time's not an issue. He can work remotely. And he's planning to get it, I think, with Dr. Rosberg. I think that's what he said. But yeah. And he wants a lofty lengthening goal, right? He wants a lot. I think he wants more than 10, 11, 12. And I told him, look, you can shoot for it. But, safe surgeons, they want to maintain your functionality. And to be able to go for that type of length when you're doing quad lengthening, it gets really tight because there's muscles that cross the knee joint, that junction. Your hamstring crosses the knee joint, your calf crosses the knee joint. So doing it at the same time can be very challenging if you do one and then the other. But he's like, look, I want to consolidate the time. I want to get this all done, not think about it anymore. Because he was thinking just the femurs, right? But you said it, Nailed Legs. It's like if somebody wants maximum height gain in as little time as possible, then quadrilateral lengthening is the way to do it in an ideal world. Resources there, money's there, time's there. Don't really care about the pain, willing to work hard. All those factors play in your favor. So excellent. So we got some more people to join the show. I think somebody's having trouble getting on here. Aiden might be. He's coming and going.
I will also say though, I've asked Dr. Robbins before, which one's more painful, and he told me it's pretty varying. I mean, you would think tibias. I even asked a couple of people who are doing the quadrilateral because they did their tibias done, and I was so interested. Can you tell me about the knee pain? Can you tell me about the rehab? I was like, do you feel any soreness or pain? And a lot of them even said well, the knee pain kind of might go away after a few weeks or so. There's not any really chronic knee pain here at Paley, but there's less muscles involved compared to your femurs. So in a way, it could be easier, but maybe after maybe once the surgery is done, you might feel more pain. I'm not really sure, but it's the experience seems to vary a lot here.
Did you have any knee pain, Aaron?
I only had knee pain like for 3 days. I think it was like my knee joint. I'm not really too sure why, but that was like extremely temporary. That was gone after 3 days.
Gotcha.
But that was like after like that was like day 8 through like day 10. I'm not really too sure, but it wasn't after surgery or like the first week.
Oh, okay. So kind of a little bit of. And what about you, J-Lo? I know you just joined the show, but you've done femurs before. From your experience, what was your? Would you agree that any knee pain or anything like that from the? Because there's always the question about knee pain, joint pain, hip pain, lingering pain after lengthening, and people are worried like, oh, if I get tibias, then I'll have bad knee pain or femur pain. So what was your experience like?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so just some quick updates. I'm currently in India.
Oh, that's
Very,
right, J-Lo. I'm talking to.
yeah,
Yeah, I forgot.
probably
You're just
different
India.
yellow.
I'm sorry.
There's a yellow in India.
All right.
Okay, carry on.
Okay, well, you're doing tibias, right?
Yeah, I'm doing
You got to
TBS.
India, so your surgery happened, right?
Yeah, it does. It has
Oh, we're
happened.
okay. Don't worry,
Um,
we're gonna get to you and Ahmed in a minute, but go ahead and answer
uh,
about tibia pain with the knee.
Well, yeah, it is true. You may get some new pain in the first 2 to 3 days. I did my left leg first, and initially I could feel some pain there, but I think now it is no more. And I can feel it on my right because I just did the right leg. It's staged one. So, yeah, you can feel the knee pain for 2 to 3 days, and I think it to go away after those period. That's what I can say now.
So far. And when was your surgery again? The 22nd?
It was on the 24th and 29th.
Okay, so 24th and 29th, 5 days apart. So
Yeah.
just 2 days ago, you had your other side, the left leg.
Yeah, right now, I mean, it's not too bad. I'll start destruction today on my left leg, and then after some days, I would start with the right
Right leg.
one.
Got it.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
And you're using the LON device, right?
yeah, the LON.
Okay, so before we hop to like actual updates and stuff, I just want to kind of finish this topic discussion because Olympus is deciding. So we're going to bring him on now to talk. Olympus. All right. So where are we in terms of the decision process? You heard it from Aaron, femur patient. You heard it from Nailed Legs, quad patient. You heard somebody else was on here. But anyway, so where's your head right now? Because obviously you came into this thinking, hey, I just want to get femur lengthening done, shoot for 3 inches, get a little taller, and live life happily. But then your family came into this the
Right,
equation.
right.
So let's talk about that. What's going on?
So pretty much my history is that I was getting ready for this for the past 2 years mentally, and then maybe for the past 2 months physically with stretching. I've done whatever you guys said on the previous panels. Joined the stretch club. I've done a stretch lab every day. So pretty much mentally and physically, I was there for the femurs only. And I was, happy and everything. I was happy that my family was supporting me and everybody's getting ready. And then all of a sudden, my cousin called, and I felt like maybe you talk to my mom and my sister, because a few minutes later, I talked to them, and they said, Roman, you're going for 8 centimeters. Why don't you just go for 12? Which to me at the moment was a shocker, because I'm like, man, they're supporting me even more now. Like they want me to go for 12. And pretty much I only had 2 days to make a decision, because I told Angelique, this is my time. 30 days before the surgery, you're supposed to send the money in. And those 2 days, from being happy and having a decision made to all of a sudden being confused, and I still am, and I'm like 51% femurs, 49% quad, and I'll be happy if you guys just took a vote on that, and we have 5 people there that are active, and maybe I'll take a vote too, but pretty much I'll be all yours. You guys decide for me.
Okay, so that's what we're going to do before the end of the show. But what I want to do is, for right now, we'll do that. We'll do a vote right now, kind of like a soft vote right now, and then we'll kind of get people in the chat to vote, and then we'll kind of make a final decision for you. as stupid as that sounds, but we will. So I kind of agree with what Nailed Leg said earlier, and how I've been consulting with this other patient is that if the resources are there, you will not regret getting more height, right? You have the family support, so they're willing to help you out as a caretaker, morale support, if you have the resources in terms of finance and funding, and in terms of time, you can work remotely, all that. And obviously your family's there, so they understand what you're going through. So they're not going to like say, hey, let's go out to a restaurant or whatever, which you could probably still do. Then I think quadrilateral lengthening, most patients, you pretty much, whatever switch there was or whatever thoughts there were about your height, whatever thoughts there would be about your proportions or biomechanics, it's going to negate, it's going to buffer all of them. It's going to dampen those signals, and you're just going to be able to focus on life. It's going to be over, right? It's the one and done solution to this game of limb lengthening. It's like you beat it, you go back, you never think about it again. Quadrilateral lengthening is the ultimate lengthening. It's the best way to, if you think proportions, if it ever does bother you, which people say it doesn't, it does. But no, I'm saying it either does or it doesn't. But if it does, this is one way to kind of keep your natural proportions as close as possible and just be a taller version of yourself. So in my opinion, I vote quad. So that's my vote. I put that in as quad. I'm a quad patient.
Awesome.
Okay, nailed legs, you're up.
Yeah, like Victor was saying, I've met patients that, they do one segment and then they come back later thinking, oh man, I really want to do the other segment, or oh man, and you'll meet a lot of people in the Discord that, feel the same way. I think, even DJ Cyborg, right? He did femurs and now he wants to do tibias, years later. There's a lot of people like that. I'm not just singling out him. I mean, I just in general. And I've never heard or seen anything about a quadrilateral patient going back and saying, you know what, I wish I only did one segment. So it seems to only really go one way. So I think that you should really consider that. If you've got the resources and definitely having family there supporting you, I mean, it's your body, just know that it's going to be harder. There's going to be more pain, but I don't think it's something you're going to regret.
That's amazing. Actually, that was one of my questions. If there are any femur patients or quad patients that regret not going for femur only, or the other way, if there's any femur patients not regretting for going for a full quad, but you said there's likely no patients that are quad that will regret doing femur only, right?
That's funny that you say that, but the only ones that come to mind that do regret it are those with severe complications that didn't get it done they got it done at questionable clinics.
Yeah, gotcha.
So if you're going to a good clinic, they will keep your safety top of mind. It's not really going to be a factor. I think that you have to also understand, doing it together, there's a small caveat in that you will probably not get maximum length. Now, I can't say that for sure, because there's been patients that have gotten 11, 12 same time, or like a month apart, and they were lucky. But the average is about 6 and 4, 5 and 5, or it's about that 10 centimeter, 4-inch increase, which is still huge, right? 4 inches to anybody's height is massive. It's crazy. But anyway.
Yeah, the truth is that it's I only have this next 6 months, and then I'll probably have to concentrate on the career again. And there's no way I'll come back in 2 or 3 years. Almost,
that's
never.
Yeah, and that's what Nailed Legs was saying, is like, hey, if you have the opening, the slot now, and that's what I agree with too, because time, and he said it earlier, he said time is like the biggest factor here. It's like, yeah, the money, you can always make it back, and all the other stuff, it can come back, but like time, we don't get it back. It's the one resource we don't. So we got two quad votes for you right there. That's awesome. Okay,
next quads.
Yes.
Marking it down.
All right, Aaron, you're up.
Awesome. Yeah. So I'm just gonna assume, well, let's say like if you're able to still work remotely, like even like a year from now, my personal opinion is just doing like femurs first, and then you allow your body to recover, and then you do your tibias, and then maybe by then, I mean, who knows, maybe the precise max gets released, and that might help with actually doing tibias a whole lot easier. Me and my friends just had a conversation about this. But if not, and you just have these 6 months, then yeah, I would then just for you not to regret it, then yeah, I think I would consider doing quadrilateral. Like even like for me, I would have considered it in a perfect world, just because of it's more, you get a better proportion, and you can just take care of it all at once. But yeah, that's my vote. Just doing it a year apart. But if you only have these next 6 months, then just do quadrilateral.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
All right, we got 3 votes for quad right there. But you got to know your factors, right? He said that, like, look, if you want maximal height, then doing it a year apart's good. And then he said also, like, yeah, so there you go, 3 quad votes. Moving on to J-Lo. J-Lo, what is Olympus to do here?
Well, to me, I think the only caveat here now is your body, your strength to do it, because you have all it takes, your family, the money, and the time. The only thing is the strength, I mean, to handle the pain. So if you think you can handle the pain, then I would say go for the quad, because I mean, it just getting all the height once and for all, not necessarily because this is, I mean, it's not fun, to be honest. I just started doing it, so if you have the strength to do it once and for all, then go for it. That's what I would say.
Mhm. So JLo, have you done quad? Are you actually done out there?
Oh no, I'm currently doing tibia at the moment.
Tibia. So you're getting ready
Yeah,
potentially for quad. Yeah, gotcha.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we got
awesome.
three quads right there, Olympus. We're moving along. All right, so we got Ahmed on the show. Hey, Ahmed, we hear you. I see you speaking. Are you there? I hear you. I hear something, some gum or something. All right, I'm gonna go off and come back on. Let's get back on here. All right, so we have Aiden, and then we have Master Distractor. Aiden, what's going on, brother?
Hey,
Uh-oh.
how you doing? I don't know
Yeah,
if you
there we
can
go.
hear
We
me. We
can hear you.
having some trouble logging in.
Okay, let me turn you up a little bit. Let me slide your volume up a little bit. Okay, can you hear? I mean, can you talk again? Okay, Aiden. So we're trying to
Yeah,
make.
yeah. I don't know my Wi-Fi.
That's okay. That's
It
okay.
might be the internet connection or
It
something.
might be internet connection. I also have a storm passing through Baltimore here. But so Aiden, so Olympus here, he's actually planning to join you guys down there. That's why but he's considering doing either quadrilateral lengthening, which is femurs and tibias, or just femurs. And so far, we're just taking a vote on the panel here to help him decide, because he's confused, because his family wants him to go for quad, but he just came into this thinking just femurs. So
Yeah, I mean it depends. Person it varies person per person. Quad is a good option if you want just get it done all at one shot. You know, it's a little tougher, but you'll be done with it at once. Um, if you want to do quad separately, uh, it is uh, it is a little easier each time. You know, like right now I'm doing femurs and I want to do tibias later on, but it's really personalized to the situation, the age, the time. A lot of that has to do because, for example, me, I've been thinking sometimes, man, I wish I could have done a quadrilateral. I would be done with it already, and it is an option, like for real, it is an option that uh like I'm in my 40s, like people who are older, I guess is something to consider. If you're younger, you can just do femurs, and then you can give yourself a good 3 to 5 years, whatever, and then do the tibias later on. But like me, if I'm
Yeah,
gonna do
that was
tibias,
my
I have to
question.
do it.
It's the age. I'm 45, so it's kind of like that's the. I heard you last week too. You were pushing for femurs too, but it is the
Yeah,
age
but
thing.
taking that in consideration, I was listening to the show after it, and I'm like, you know what, Victor is right. He has a really good point that, and based in your case, and you got all the support that you have and everything from your family, all the scenario is set up somehow that
Yeah.
you definitely can go for it, and be done with it at once. And 4 inches is a lot of height, man. Like a lot of height.
all
You'll be
right.
really happy with that.
Appreciate it.
So we gotta feel like Aiden's leaning towards quad just because of, like, your place in life and like where you are established. Like you said, you said you're 45. You got your family, man. You're also got to get back to work kind of next year. So a lot of these factors that's what we have to kind of decide based on these factors. It's not just making a decision, because J-Lo said it. It's hard on your body, right? Your body's gonna fight back. It's like, why are you doing 2 things at once? You're lengthening the soft tissue from 2 different anchor points, and it's going to cross to that knee joint junction. So lot to determine here, because once you start lengthening, Olympus, I found that the quad patients that I talk to, once they start to hit like 4 on the femur and about 2 or so, or 2.5 on the tibia, things start getting tough right there around the 6 total. But everybody wants to get maximum results, right? You don't want to just get 8 total. We want to get over 8, because otherwise you could have just done 8 with the femur. So, and you're paying a lot of money for this. So my advice is come into the supple and, pliable with the soft tissue, work hard, religiously hard on your PT. I mean, there's a guy that we know, he's a legend in this industry right now, SideQuest. He did quadrilateral lengthening, I think the same clinic as well, but he got a lot of length, but he's done extremely well. And I wish he was on the show to talk, but he's not, he doesn't want to right now. But the point is that if you do physical therapy religiously, you'll surprise yourself what you can get. Because think about it, they said, why not go for 12? That's what your family said, right? So why not go for 12, Olympus? So if you can deliver on that, it's going to pay you back in dividends. It's the one ROI that just pays back year after year. It's your true bone height. You stand on your legs, no shoe lifts. It's you now going up, let's say, 10 centimeters, 11 centimeters if you're lucky, 12 if you're super lucky. So, yeah. All right. So we got quad. All right, we got 2 more to go. We got 1 more that's here. All right, so we got a full panel. I can't even invite any more people on here, I don't think. But all right, let's go. So Ahmed, can we hear you now?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. All right, it's clear. What'd you do? How'd you fix it?
I don't know. Honestly, I just got out, closed the app, and opened it back up.
That works for me. I don't know what's going on. It seems like this app is glitching. I'm gonna have to email support again. These apps for live streaming are just pissing me off. But anyway, Ahmed, so we're gonna do the vote now. We'll do updates later, and then we'll do a Q&A at the very end. So real quick, so Olympus, you know the story. He's trying to vote and get vote about quadrilateral or femurs only.
My vote is quadrilateral. I'm going to keep it nice and short. You have your family support. Needless to say, like that's a full go for me. You don't have to hide it from anyone. Sometimes when you want to hide it from people and things like that, then the longer route, kind of harder. So if you have family support, then go with it, man.
All right.
Awesome.
All right, Olympus. All right, we're moving along here. We got Master Distract, and then we had Zach that just joined. So we've got 2 more votes here, and then we're going to take votes. So guys in the chat, if you're watching the show live, we got a smaller show today. I only put it out like yesterday. I can't talk. Sorry, diet brain. In the chat, should Olympus get quadrilateral lengthening and why, or should he just go for femurs and why? If you're watching, put it in the chat because your vote will help. All right. All right. So. Master Distractor, can we hear you? And what is your vote for Olympus?
I would recommend the same thing I'm trying to do, which is quad spaced apart.
Okay.
At least 6. Yeah, I mean, if you have the money, definitely go get quad. But I think if you want to get the best bang for your buck, I would space it apart as much as I would say 6. I don't know, like 6 months is I would say minimum, but. So you're putting a lot of money into this, right? So might as well go get the maximum you're going to get. But if you're in a huge, time crunch, still go for quad as well. But if you have the time and the money, I would say space it apart at least 6 months.
All right.
That's perfect. Thanks so much.
Okay, and then we have Zach. Zach is on the show. I think I kind of know his answer. What's up, Zach? Haven't heard from you in a while.
Hey, what's up?
How's it going?
Yeah, I know. I've been out. I've just been going through a lot, but I'm trying. I'm hanging in there.
That's good, brother. That's good. So today we're doing a vote for Olympus here. He's got to make a decision in 2 days, Olympus. Is that right?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the question.
You have 2 days to make your final decision.
Technically, I'll send the money out today, and so maybe tomorrow.
Okay, so overnight, you got to make a decision tonight. This is a serious life-changing.
Oh man!
Wow.
All right, so Zach, you could turn the tide. We're trying to get a unanimous vote here, but everybody here has kind of leaned towards quadrilateral lengthening. But what are your thoughts?
I I mean, I do agree. I do agree. It's a quadrilateral. I mean, if you have the money and resources for it, and you have the time for it, and you get the maximum of what you want to accomplish, then I say go for it. I mean, as much hard work it's going to take to go through, as much as it is, I mean, I would, if it was in my situation, I would do it. I mean, after you already know that.
Yeah.
Once I get this going, so but yeah, I would agree with quadrilateral. Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome. All right. So Olympus, I mean, again,
Thank you.
You got it, my brother. And honestly, I kind of got to say that I got to echo Neil Lake's answer from earlier. It's like in an ideal world, when he said that, and that's kind of what I said in past videos. It's like in an ideal world, like if the world was perfect, I don't know many people who would just want femurs, right? Like unless you said that they had like really weird proportions coming in. Quadrilateral lengthening, even if you only got 10 centimeters, which is 4 inches, right? It's like 5 and 5 or whatever, 6 and 4. I try to go for 6 and 4 if you do it. It's just better in your biomechanics and your proportions. It just overall, that's 4 inches to what is your height, by the way? Olympus.
5'6.5" on 69.
Okay, so 5'6.5" going up 4 inches puts you at 5'10.5" barefoot, and then you wear shoes. You're 5'11", 5'11.5" with the right shoes. Nobody's gonna question you if you say you're 6 foot, right? Like if you do, it's like, wow, okay. So that changes the game from going below average, pretty heavily below average, to well above average, or at least a solid inch above average. And with shoes, you're creeping into that 6 foot club. It changes the game for you in terms of social height status in this, at least in the U.S. So that's big if you want to think about it from social perception point of view. And then if you think about it biomechanically, so I always pick the 4 factors when bouncing ideas with the patient, in consultations. It's like biomechanically, if you like to work out, squats, hip hinge movements like deadlifts, running, a lot of this stuff is going to be a lot more natural. It's going to be like how it is now if you do quadrilateral. Proportionally, we know the answer to that. It's very much the same. Now, the process is going to suck a lot more because you have tissues pulling from 2 different anchor points, money, time, and you got to know that but I think that, I don't know. I just feel quad is the right way to go. That's what I think.
I appreciate it, big time. Yeah, I think one of the smaller accounts was missing Christmas. That's one of them. But who cares? You'll be there for next Christmas, right? And of course,
would you miss Christmas any differently because it's still going to overlap? Are you doing the 3? You would do the 3 week apart. Or are you going to do them 6 months or more apart?
No, yeah, 3 weeks apart then, right?
Yeah.
So technically.
So it'd be the same then, because the way that they do it, they usually have it so that maybe there's like a couple week overlap that tibia is still healing or whatever, but usually you'll heal like within a month or 2 of when you would heal for the femurs to be able to walk.
Are we allowed to ask who a surgeon is or no?
Huh?
Can we ask who a surgeon is? Maybe I missed that.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, absolutely.
Who's your surgeon? Olympus. I love your name, by the way. I love Olympus.
It's actually my middle name, but I'm about to change it to Mount Olympus after I gain my inches.
Yeah. I'm very into Greek stuff, so Greek mythology. But anyways, yeah, who's your surgeon?
It's Bailey.
Oh, okay. So, okay. I mean, if you have the absolute means, I would do what Nail Legs is doing and max out super max, double quad re-break stuff. So I wanted to do that, but I mean, I just couldn't afford it. But that would have been the dream. But I think for me at least, we go high on the tibias up north, so I'm trying to space it apart and try to go as high as possible on that, but not 16. But I mean, if you had the ultimate, I would do what double quad re-break, but I don't know. It's up to.
Yeah, I think that's what that's like an ideal world, But I think that he did say that he has to get back to work and focus on that,
right?
But you're right. That's a potential. Like that's what Antonio said in the comments here. But all right, so we got a full unanimous panel leaning towards quadrilateral lengthening, but there's a lot of caveat in there. But all right, so we'll look at similar.
So, is there anybody? I'm sorry, I wanted to ask. Is there anybody on here that's planning to go 16 centimeters or over? I'm just curious to know that.
Over 16?
Yeah. over 16 centimeters.
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, nailed legs might be going back from 4 and 4, so it might be close to
Yeah.
Just 16 flat, but not above it.
not above it. Yeah.
Okay.
What about
okay.
16.2 or 16.4 if you max out that little 0.2 on each nail? Or
Right.
0.2.
Right. 16 is probably
Valley
16
wants
centimeters.
7 to 7, so that's 14. But yeah, 16 above 16 is kind of hard. I mean, you could do it, but then at that point, you got to really factor in like proportions again the other way, like leg length now to torso, because you're walking.
Yeah.
Up. But anyway, all right. So real quick,
16 centimeters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I was just saying 16. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, what'd you say?
No, I'm saying 16 centimeters flat is probably acceptable. It's not impossible. Like you can achieve that.
It's very hard to say. I mean, different people, different results, but you can try.
Okay.
All right. So let's see here. So we are going around to get quick updates from everybody because I just want to hear everybody's updates. So we're gonna do like kind of like a 1-minute update, real quick from everybody or so, and then we're gonna do a live Q&A, and then we'll hopefully send Olympus off to Mount Olympus, thinking that he's got his answer. All right. So nailed legs, how are you doing, brother?
Doing good. Still consolidating, but I have new X-rays in 2 weeks. I've recently started HGH to try and speed things up. So I'm hoping, something good, but I don't think there's going to be a huge difference because it's just so close between, that initial shot to the next X-ray that, it kind of needs time to work. And I don't think, the 3.5 weeks is going to be enough to let it kick in. But, at least I got that going. And then trying to get a bone stimulator, and insurance approved it. But one of the reps for one of the companies called me and they wanted to give me a magnetic bone stimulator, not the low intensity ultrasound.
Yeah.
It's different. And the first thing I'm thinking is, well, hold on. I've got magnets in my legs. I don't want to send magnetic waves into the gears of the precise nail. There's probably an F up here. So I'm talking to the rep about it, like, hey, this doesn't sound right. Like, this isn't what I spoke about with my doctor. We spoke about the ultrasound machine, not a magnetic machine. So he's like, oh yeah, there's probably a mix-up then. So now I'm going back to my doctor. I'm gonna try and figure out what's going on with that. Maybe it's fine. Maybe I'm like overreacting, but in my head I'm like, hey, magnets spin the precise nail, so blasting my leg with like magnetic waves, not from the ERC machine, just that doesn't sound good. I don't want to lose any height. I don't want to risk that.
Let me ask you: is the PEMF technology, pulse electromagnetic, the orthofix, the physiostim?
The one that I was looking at, that I talked to my doctor about, it was ExcelStim, and then the other one I think was Exogen.
Exogen, yeah, that's the ultrasound one. I don't know. I've never heard of ExcelStim. That might be another smaller branch. There's also Pulsar, which I'm going to look into possibly. They're PEMF. PEMF seems to be the pipe nowadays. I think there's 3 companies that are pulsed electromagnetic field technology, which does stimulate osteoblast activity, which is like bone healing proliferation. But I don't know. I mean, ultrasound's been there for a long time, so there's actual data and research that proves it. So there's 2 different technologies, 2 different approaches. Hopefully you get one of them that it does work. Is it the tibia? It's just the tibias, right?
Actually, the tibias are way ahead of my femurs.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit backwards. It's my left femur is lagging right now. My doctor said that I can actually start walking now, but it's specifically the left femur that just doesn't quite have that bridge. So hopefully, 2-3 weeks I'm walking. Maybe we'll see.
That's going to be awesome, man. We got to have you come back on. 2-3 weeks is perfect because that'll be after my next contest. I'll be back, fed up a little bit, and want to hear from you, Nailed Leg. So get some x-rays and come on back. All right. Going along to Aaron. Aaron, how are you doing, brother? Like, I know last time or so you were dealing with some nerve pain. Has that resolved?
Yeah, I mean, nerve pain. I mean, that Wednesday, I would say, yeah, that was just like the only day where like the pain was extremely bad. But ever since then, like, I stopped lengthening for 3 days. And then since then, I just continued with my regimen of like 2 turns in the weekends, 3 turns in the weekdays. And, I upped up the GABA to like 4 to 5 pills a day. I've prepped the polar care on my ice whenever I'm lengthening. No, honestly, it's been very manageable. I would say like the pain is like between a 0 to like a 1 most of the time out of 10. Sometimes it's like a 2 or 3, but that's like very rare. So yeah, it's been a whole lot much more manageable. I'm currently at 5.5 centimeters, according to my ERC. My next follow-up with x-rays is going to be next Friday, which I'm actually very excited about because I'll be at around 6.1. And then I've heard like Dr. Robinson kind of like gauge like what your consolidation time is going to look like. So we'll see what that looks like. And I also got a picture yesterday with Dr. Robinson and Dr. Paley for a news article. So I also asked, I really saw like my height growth for like the first time, just from like a third person perspective. And now I do feel like I am getting taller because like for all the time I was always been hanging out with people in wheelchairs. Like I can't really gauge how tall I am until I'm back in like normal society, you know?
Yeah.
So that was great. I also asked Dr. Paley about the PMAX now because obviously everyone wants to know when that's coming out. He told me verbatim that just got an update today. It's definitely not coming out this year. The earliest is going to be Q1 of 2026. And but once again, I would say don't press your hopes up for PMAX. It's going to come out when it comes out, and when it does, there's going to be a huge wait list on it. Like there's like a lot of people wanting to get it, and if you want to be a part of that first batch, knock yourself out. So yeah, that's how I'm doing.
That's awesome, Aaron. Well, Aaron just got some PMAX news, guys. That's amazing. I don't even have that. So he brought the latest hot off the press. Thank you, Aaron. That's awesome. Yeah, you should next time bring that picture with you, so we can see your height is.
Well, I posted on my diary on the Discord channel.
On the Discord? Okay.
Yeah,
I'll check it out. I'll have to check it out today.
Sure.
Awesome. Okay, so we know how Olympus is doing. So I'm pulling his hair out, trying to think about this now. I think he's pretty. We're going to come back to him in a minute. But Ahmed, you texted me last week about you finishing lengthening, which is amazing. So give us an update.
Yeah, man, I feel awesome. Like honestly, like this new height is amazing. So for everyone going through it or about to go through it, do it because it's definitely life changing. So I started off at 5'3.5", and I got, just to answer a question that Aiden had last week, it was definitely 83 millimeters.
That's it.
It's definitely 83. I got measured last week, I have a doctor appointment on Monday. I was fully distracted on the right leg 2 weeks ago. Last week I finished on the left. I heard the clicks in the nail, signifying that I'm done. And since then, my flexibility is dramatically improved since I'm done distracting, which is also amazing. Haven't had any issues, any complications outside of the initial complication that I had where I broke both my crowns and had to get new nails put in. That was like a month in. But ever since then, it's been smooth sailing. And for the guys who are a little bit older, I'm 45 as well. So everything is wonderful.
Man, that's great to hear.
I have to ask you, man. Ahmed, I have to ask you. You're the same height as me. You're 5'3.5" originally, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm in the same situation. I'm looking to get at least to 5'10". I just curious. How much did you weigh when you first got the surgery?
I've maintained 150, and I have the 75-pound nails.
Okay.
Weight-bearing nails. So I've been able to kind of stand the entire time as well, which has been helping with my flexibility. But Zach, I'm going to tell you, like, even if you just go with the femurs, it's a game changer.
I agree. I agree with that. Totally do.
That's awesome. All right. Alrighty. So I want to hear from MD, Master Distractor, because he's. You don't have the amount that you've lengthened today. Well, how much are we at now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I forgot to add it because triply joint, I'm at 74.25.
Ooh, you're finishing up. You're getting there, man. How are you feeling?
I mean, my bone growth is still shit. So I talked to Dr. Gidot on last Thursday. She's not, her words were not jumping for joy, but we're still going to go. She says she wants to do 2 turns a day, but she can still let me go at 2 and 3 turns. So I'm still doing 2 and 3 turns. And I feel like we're going to go accordion anyways, I feel like. So I don't know. We'll see. We might have to accordion back. and then go forward again. But I don't know. Well, I'll see her next week and figure all this out. Flexibility wise, I mean, I think I put videos on. I can do flexibility almost anything, because I'm either going slow or some other reason. Last week, I think I had no pain updates. This week, I had pain while walking in left leg, right leg, but it comes and goes. Right now, I mean, walking the entire time while because I don't come on unless I'm walking because I have to. And I've been walking without screaming in pain in this the extreme, so I'm fine now. I'm walking. I have no more. I don't have pain today while walking. I am trying to get tibias done. I'm tentatively scheduled for tibias on October 20th, but I do not know if this is. We thought it would be possible, but I don't know anymore based on how the bone growth is going. So I'm trying to see if I should relocate back to Vancouver and wait till I get another date or something. So I'm still banging my head on that. But really, this is the bone growth that's the issue. Pain and flexibility wise, all good. No painkillers. And trying to get 3,500 to 4,000 steps a day.
That's excellent, man. That sounds
I
good.
wish you luck, brother. I wish you
Yeah.
luck, man. I hope it goes well.
The
Thank
bone
you.
seems like it's a little slow, but you're slowing down the distraction to kind of mitigate that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Just want to make sure your bone catches up. Sounds good, MD. All right,
Asher,
next.
Sure, I have,
you
Oh,
wanna-
sorry. Can I add two more things? Sorry, it's a different, just the emotional impact or whatever everything that goes on. One of my neighbors just left today, so I was like crying. And you get really close to your group of people that you just do this with. So it's just sad to see them go, but they got to their goal, and it's amazing. The other thing is, I think I was talking to you about like that guy I was having this huge height complex problem with last, I think 2 weeks ago, and I just talked to, I think his ex-girlfriend or something, and I was mentioning the channel and everything and just trying to be public about it, and they're like intrigued, and it was really cool. So now I'm like, I can be friends with these people kind of deal, and I'm no longer like hating on them for some idiotic reason that's just thought up in my mind. So it's just getting to this height, it like really fixes things. So that's something that's going to fix.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I think some people had questions. Nail legs, or was it Ahmed? I can't. Somebody was.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was wondering if
Go ahead.
did your doctor put you on teriparatide by any chance?
Me, no, not right now. It's just maybe in the future. But no, I haven't heard of it yet.
I would talk to her about it. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but myself and there's many other patients that did have delayed consolidation.
Okay.
And we're pretty much all in agreement that, be adamant with your surgeon about providing you with solutions. Don't just let it ride. I went through that. My surgeon disrespected my time. And now I'm in this position where I stopped lengthening in February. Here we are. It's about to be August, and I'm still in a
Right.
wheelchair because my time was disrespected. And I understand how you probably feel right now because I was there. Your legs are broken. You feel almost a little bit of like nervousness, like you're in a place that you may not be familiar with, and your life is kind of in their hands. But don't let them disrespect your time.
Okay.
You consolidating is important, and just advocate for yourself. Like, hey, I have this delayed consolidation. What are we going to do to fix it? And the accordion method may fix that, but it also may not because Brick Brain, for example, Dr. Burkholtz, fantastic surgeon, great guy. He tried helping him. The accordion method didn't do anything. The only thing that worked for him was finally getting those teriparatide shots. So it may be something seriously self, and it's just a crummy situation.
That is.
I mean,
I'm so glad he said that because I was talking to a guy yesterday at consultation, and he was so upset with that situation. Nailed legs. He got it done in Turkey, and he's like, "Was it because I went to Turkey? What's going on? Why are my bones taking so long to heal?" And it's because, like you said, sometimes the surgeons they did their job. They did the surgery. They got you through safely, but now they're saying, "Oh, your bones will heal eventually." They're moving on with their life, but you can't, right? So I think that's a very frustrating position to be in as a patient because you got into this to get it done and get back to normal life. But if you can't, then it's like, dang. So yeah, I agree with him. It's like try to kind of before you're fully done, try to figure out like, hey, what's the audible, what's the call, what are we going to do here to get this resolved. And like you said, teriparatide may work for some patients, and it may not. And the accordion might work for some, and it might not. Bone stimulators. I don't know. There's an inkling of results for PRP and stem cells. So yeah, that's great advice.
Do you think I should ask before doing tibias? Because like right now,
absolutely, okay. I wouldn't just go do your tibias if your femurs are.
No, yeah, that's the thing. She's not gonna do tibias if it's not.
Yeah, no.
Like 95% healed. So
just think about it. If your femurs are healing, your tibias are usually slower to heal. So it's like, oh Lord.
Yeah.
I would definitely get one set healed first, or at least close to healed, and then go.
I think my thing is like, I don't know if I want to stay here. Like, I don't know if I think nail legs is like stuck in Greece for a while. Like, I'm in the same situation. Like, should I be stuck paying rent and stuff here, or should I just go back and fully heal and then come back?
Well, you got to find out if you can get some sort of intervention that actually shows some results, and then you can go back. I think they don't leave unless have a few more checkups. Say, hey, let's try these 3 scenarios, and then let's see if it works. And then if you find okay, that works, I'll go back. I'll come back in like a month.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. All right, so we got a couple more. Then we have Socrates that joined. So and then we'll let him vote, and then we'll answer real quick, and then we'll bounce off. So we have J-Lo. J-Lo, you just got your tibias done. LON. Dr. Parihar in India. Haven't had a lot of his patients on here before. So can you talk about what's been happening with you? J-Lo? I don't know what time it is in India, but he might have fallen asleep.
Maybe it's the software.
The software. J-Lo, if you just join, go off and come back on. Refresh the software. We'll get to you in a second. Aiden, how are you, brother? Any new updates? You were at 5.5, I think, last time you texted me. Uh-oh, software caught him too. Software monsters getting everybody. All right.
Yeah, because I see him like talking like
I do too. It's so frustrating. I'm emailing support tonight.
We have all these software developers doing lengthening, and they just
I know you guys need to develop your homework is to develop me a live streaming software that works. So I've tried like 6.
Just talked to like 2 other patients in Canada that are developers, like me too. And we do nothing to help the community.
I need a live streaming software that works, and it's like I will pay whatever. It's just like I don't want to buy one that doesn't work. But anyway, all right. J-Lo, can you hear us? All right, J-Lo, I'll speak for you because I know that he got his tibias done. I think the 18th and the 24th, or the 24th and the 29th. That's what it was. Don't remember which leg which, but he's doing an LON with Dr. Parihar, and so far so good. He said that if he comes on, we'll let him kind of fill in the gap. But Socrates is here. So Socrates, we know your story. You're consolidated. You're training for a marathon right now. I think you're international right now, right? Oh man, he's traveled to Egypt. So tell us what's going on with you.
I'm in Egypt. I'm on vacation this month. I start my new job at the beginning of September, and then my marathon's at the end of September. And I'm just gonna run my ass off.
That's so cool, man. That's so awesome, brother. He's going for a marathon. If you guys don't know, he's a femur lengthening patient, did the full length, recovered in record time of like 4.5 months, was walking. And then ever since, he's just been adamant about getting back to doing a full marathon. And I think he's going to do it. So that's happening September 28th, because that day is very special to me because it's the same day as my world championships. So we were both going for a big competition that day. That's awesome. So Socrates, real quick before we go to the next guy, Olympus here, he has to make a decision overnight that he's either going to get just femurs done or go for quadrilateral lengthening. Now he has the full support of his family behind him. They actually want him to go for quadrilateral lengthening. And some of the factors that go into this, he's 45, family man, has a job, but he's trying to figure out, like, should I go for this, or is that too much to go for? Let's just say that he did get the bare minimum of like 9 or 10 centimeter quad versus the 8 he could get with the femurs. Is it worth it? What's your vote?
What's the starting height?
I'm just throwing out numbers there, but like let's just say that he got between 9 and 10.5 or 11 centimeters for the quad versus full max out femurs of 8 centimeters.
and my starting height is 169. And Socrates,
169 femurs.
because your
Don't touch
camera is on, you get 9 votes.
I get 9 votes.
The camera is
don't
on.
touch your tibias. If you're gonna be above 175 after femurs, don't touch your tibias.
Oh,
Get 7 centimeters on your femurs and be done with it.
Man, it's a new one.
okay. We got so we got 1 femur only vote right there. That's interesting. I like it.
I didn't realize I was the odd man out. Okay.
You're the odd man out. Everybody's unanimous for quadrilateral lengthening. We're like, go for it, go for it, go for it. You know.
But Socrates, you are going for the tibias yourself after the marathon, correct?
Me? No.
Yeah, I thought you were doing it too. I guess change one.
I have, my plan is to run a marathon in every state in alphabetical order before I'm 50. So tibias is not going to happen until after that. So by the time I get 50, I probably won't want it anymore.
That'd be great. All righty. Well, we got
on that note, if you're thinking that you're gonna want tibias no matter what, eventually just do it now. Do both at once.
Okay, so that's fair. That's fair. I like that he put that extra little.
Thanks so much.
That's big. That's huge, and that's gonna be more of a personal. So let's ask you real quick, Olympus. What are your height goals?
I'm sorry, was that a question for me?
Yeah. What are your height goals?
I was going to be fine with the 8 centimeters originally. I'm 169 right now, so 5'9". But my cousin, which is also on this panel somewhere here, she's the one who triggered the whole conversation. She's a tall woman, but she said, you might as well just go for 12. Just go for it, But women in the UK are high, so I mean they're tall, so it seems like she's like, yeah, 5'8" might not be enough, but that's what triggered the whole thing. I was like, wait a minute, I was ready for 5'8", and now I can go more. Family supporting it. I'll ask you guys, what's your opinion?
Let's say
if you can commit to an hour of recumbent bike and at least an hour of recumbent bike a day, at least an hour of stretching a day, and as much hydrotherapy as physically possible. If you can't commit to that, don't do quads.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's going to take a whole another level of PT than just one segment.
A lot of patience too. You got to be very patient.
Yeah, and I think that you also have to kind of think about that. She said 12. What if there's no guarantee you get 12? What if you get only 10? Are you okay with that?
Yeah. I'll be okay with.
Okay.
Ideally 11 even, because I know that 12 is
very cool. Very cool. Then that's fair. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do get to that point, don't do 5 and 5. I don't know where that nonsense came from, but like it should be 6 and 4, like straight up. Even Paleo on the interview said 6 and 4, so I don't know why he has it on his website. But anyway.
Wait, can I ask a question? Can I ask Olympus a question? So 169 centimeters. So if you go for the quadrilateral, you're going to go for exactly what would be the exact height you would.
180.
You could go to max.
Yeah,
180.
I mean,
wow. Okay.
180, and everything is just cherry on top. If it would be higher, then I'll report to you guys. I'll let you know. But I'll be very happy with 180. I'll be happy with 178, 177 as well.
That's good. I mean, it definitely takes a lot of patience to get to that. I mean, I a lot of stretching and time consuming. I mean, if I was in that situation, I would want to do it, but I want, it's best to do what's great for your body and what you are capable of. I mean, I don't even know what I'm capable of.
All right. Yeah. So I want to get one more update, and then we're going to do real quick chat questions, and then we'll wrap up. And hopefully Olympus will have his answer before he leaves, and we'll let everybody know.
Thanks, guys.
Back. All right. So Aiden, you were the last one. Can we hear you now?
Hi, Victor. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. How are you?
Cool. Everything good, Vic. Everything good. How you doing?
Good, man. So it says you're 60 millimeters in.
Yeah, I put it there like Master Distractor did the other day. That's kind of cool.
That's awesome, brother, man. So give us an update. What's happening this week besides hitting the big 6-0?
Man, I feel great, Victor. I just hit 6 centimeters. Man, I have full range of motion, everything good. I can't really complain about nothing, just a little bit of bone pain that I feel when I'm squeezing my quads, but that's about it. I think I've had a really good, smooth ride so far.
Man, and I know that It's incredible because 6 centimeters is like what I would do if I go for femurs. And I'm telling you right now, that's just under 2.5 inches. That's massive. You know, people could stop right there. I know you want full 80, but you could stop right there and be completely happy, right? Like I could,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. Like, I'm not planning to, but if I have to stop right now, man, I'm already happy. I'm already feeling it. Like I stand up next to people that were taller, and now I'm looking at them in the eye, man. It feels great. Like
yeah, that's
I'm,
cool.
I'm I'm sorry I get like this, but I'm just starting to notice these things, and man, it's amazing.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so yeah.
That's what who was saying that? Somebody was saying like, oh, I think it was Aaron. He was like, I stood up. He took a picture with Dr. Robbins and Dr. Paley, and he's like, I used to only kind of see people in wheelchairs, right, Aaron? And then now you're standing up, you kind of notice the height.
Aaron's tall, man. Aaron's tall. I tell him all the time, like, man, you're right there, same height as Dr. Robbins, you know. And
Yeah. Oh, we lost Aaron. He's coming back on right now. Don't worry. I can't wait till support has to watch my whole live stream and tell me what's going on. This is ridiculous. Aaron, there you are. Oh man, this is frustrating. We had the same problem last year, and then it worked for like a couple months, and now it's back down. Maybe there's just so many people. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Aaron,
yeah,
join
the
one more
panels
time.
are getting a lot of people.
I know it because it's now. I know it's software because it's like it's like half the panel that's having an issue. So I can't wait to email support. They're gonna have a really nice email from me.
Wait, they have a monopoly on the market, Victor, just because you tried the other one and it was even worse.
I tried that. It was Riverside. That's supposedly one of the best podcast softwares, and I was like, I still have that. Like for like when I've been using that for like recorded interviews, like I did with Burkholz and then Kayla and some other people. But I tried their the live stream, and it was crap. So it's like
They're just like Globus, like they have monopoly.
Yeah,
man.
So
they won't
sad.
do better because they have monopoly. You need
But
better
you know what it
competitors.
is, though? Everybody does podcasting nowadays. Nobody does like live streams. I mean, besides the Twitchers and like the gamers and stuff, but like live stream podcasts, nobody does that. They're all scared. They're like, oh, I need to edit that out. I'm like, okay, whatever. Aaron. Oh, he's not on. Okay. Oh, is he? Is he on there? Oh, he's gonna try again. All right. Well, we'll get him in a second. Lingling LL Bro, are you on here?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, man. So tell us your story. I don't think you've been on the panel before.
Yeah, I'm in the conference room in the office right now, but tuned in for a while. I mean, I never would have done it without you, so just wanted to thank you very quickly. I think I've messaged not most of you, a lot of new faces, but maybe last year, 2 years ago, interacted with you a lot on Discord, especially Socrates. He's a legend from those times, I guess. So good to see you doing well. Good to see you enjoying life.
So
Yeah,
you did do the surgery.
yeah, I did it with Burkholz.
Okay. What was your
Yeah,
starting height and what'd you get to?
yeah. Starting height was like I had it in the diary, but it was like 177, ended at like 183.
Oh, wow.
So
That's awesome.
very happy overall with everything that was done. I feel like I don't know, maybe once you get on the other side, you think about it differently, but I'm like, man, did I really need to do that? I like started out at something like pretty good, but definitely like overall happy with the experience for sure, because I never would have had that thought until getting it done, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a catch-22, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. No,
But
that's great,
but
man.
yeah, life's been good. My recovery was rather quick. 4 months, I was basically full weight bearing walking, and then 5, 6 months, I had like once I started full weight bearing, I had like an incredible I guess bone growth spurt. I'm sure that's common because once you put that pressure on, but like month 5, month 6, I was like playing 5-on-5 basketball at my rec gym at home, which
What?
was pretty cool.
Who are you? Where's your recovery videos? Holy crap!
Yeah, Jimmy has them, but
Oh, does he,
I,
Jimmy?
yeah, I don't think
Oh.
I've let him disclose those things yet. But yeah,
Well, maybe
super
I
close
get
with.
my editor to blur the face out, man. I
Okay,
mean,
yeah, I'll let you know. I'll send you some pics on Discord.
oh, dude, that's crazy. By 5 months after, how much? So you did 6 centimeters, 6.5?
You're more like 5.5 to 6, that range.
Okay, conservative.
So
All right.
that definitely helps as well, right?
That's actually something I would love to kind of tap into more because I know a lot of people are just going for as much height as possible. But like, I'd like to talk to some people who are a little bit more conservative because a lot of people are like, I want to do it and get back to playing sports as soon as possible. And your story would really help with that. So yeah, if you consider, man, let me know.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I guess that's all I really had to say. But just want to say, if anyone's listening and considering this, I think it's a very, I don't know. I think in general, hiking is just a good thing, like an objectively good thing, and like something that is basically inaccessible and very weird that it's possible, but definitely like it's just a great thing. And B, Burkholz, I
Hey,
do
okay,
not
hey,
have I can't say better things about him. He's the GOAT, you know. I've heard like some things have. I think I went at a very good time. I think there's a lot more patients now. This, that, but the staff remains the same. Jimmy's the man. Yeah,
That's awesome. I love it. Thank you for that update, LL bro. I love like I said, if you have any video content or thing that we can kind of, you know, keep it anonymous, that'd be great if you could share it. But if not,
100%.
it's cool to hear that. I'm happy for you, brother. All
For
right.
sure. And cheers to you. Wouldn't have done it without you. And Socrates is a legend as well.
Yes, he is. Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you. All right. So who did Aaron? Yeah, real quick, Aaron. So you were saying
Yeah.
about your height. Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay.
Finally.
So,
Oh yeah. What was the question?
So the question was like more like you said it earlier, like about like noticing the height gain when you stood up for the picture recently with Dr. Bailey, Dr. Robbins. But you said like before you're sitting in the wheelchair, you couldn't really kind of appreciate the height gain, right?
Yeah, you don't really notice the difference until you actually stand up with like people that you used to know or people that you knew were taller before, and now you're actually just standing next to them, and then you're slowly like getting to their eye level, which is like I can see that with me and Dr. Robbins. Like I didn't like I saw with my peripheral vision like how close I was getting to like being really like to my goal height. I think I would really feel it around like maybe like at 7 centimeters, but yeah, I'll keep you all posted on that.
I can't wait, man. You're at 5.5. You said today.
Yeah.
Okay.
5.5 centimeters.
All right, so you're getting a 6 next week, and then so you're only like what, like 2.5 weeks away from kind of like 3 weeks.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, according to my calendar, because I've had to adjust my plan since I took a break for 3 days because of nerve pain. But day 100, if I keep according to my plan, I'll be at 7.4. But we'll see how far I lengthen. My goal has always just been just a little over 7 centimeters, whatever it takes for me to get to 5'9".
I love it, man. That's so cool. Really, really cool stuff. All right. All right. So guys, let's go through the chat questions. I might throw these to one question per person real quick. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot, and then we'll call it a day before we make sure that Olympus has his answer. All righty. Let's see here. Any questions? So, okay, Christopher, do you know? Lakes can answer that for you. Find him in the Discord. He's in the Discord all the time. You can ask him more back and forth. I want to kind of like keep this quick here. How's the surgery like in India? Fear God, you can ask J-Lo. J-Lo, are you in the Discord too?
I don't see him on here.
Oh, he's not on here. Bounced. Okay. J-Lo is the guy you're going to want to ask about that because he got it done with Party Hard in India. So let's.
Yeah, I think he's also in Discord too. So you can.
He is. Okay, cool. So Fear God, if you're not a part of the Discord, join that, and then I'm sure you can find these guys in there and chat with them. Let's see here.
Olympus, is Olympus on Discord as well? Because I definitely would love to meet him because he's gonna be here at the Paley Institute eventually. So
yeah, Olympus, are you on the Discord? Oh my gosh, the software got him. Yes, I'm so pissed. Oh,
he's walking and we can't.
I know.
Is Olympus on the Discord? That's the question. Like I'm Socrates on the Discord, but people might have like.
Oh, we may have a different alias. Yeah.
Yeah, like Nailed Legs is Nailed Legs, but
yeah.
Zach might be, Cthulhu. So who knows?
That's so funny.
Yeah,
All
Olympus
right.
just joined back in and out.
Yeah, go out and
Because
go
we still
back
can't
in.
hear you.
Don't worry, I won't be here next week, but because of my contest. But like the week after, when I come back, support will have this fixed. I promise you. If they don't, cancellation will be easily done. Okay, let's see. Precise Max, Aaron, you want to kind of give us the update one more time on that?
Yeah, Precise Max. Dr. Pelly confirmed that it won't be coming anytime this year. Next year, Q1 is at its earliest. Just don't have any high expectations for it. It'll come out whenever it comes out, and expect to have a full batch of people that's wanting to try it out because they're on the wait list for it.
Gotcha. Okay. Alrighty. This one from Armin. He's saying, broken wing increase height through the spine, 2 inches. Ahmed, are you still there? Can you answer this one?
Yep. Yeah, I'm here.
All right. What do you think?
Oh no, I wouldn't mess with the spine.
Oh no, that's crazy. Get out of here. I love it. All right. This one from Rashimi. Let's throw this to MD. MD, Bet's bone. If it's true weight bearing, then why are people saying it's not as good as the Precise? Okay, there's Olympus. He's back.
Oh, I can answer that.
Okay. Nail legs, want
It's to my understanding, the only surgeon that offers it is Dr. Becker. With that being said, nobody else is going to say it, so I'll say it. Dr. Becker sucks as a surgeon. He's incompetent. He's a hair transplant surgeon that's been out of the game for years, decided to get back into it. He only does cosmetic limb lengthening cases. He is not the kind of surgeon you want to see. You want to see somebody that has seen and does the full gambit of limb lengthening and limb reconstruction, which Dr. Becker is not. That's why he commonly butchers his patients. Even on the Discord, there's a guy, he has a diary documenting his experience. And we were talking about it just a couple days ago, looking at the x-rays. And it doesn't look good. You can look on the Discord yourself and see it. He's just a bad surgeon. So I wouldn't recommend it.
Is this our good friend from 2 years ago?
It's a new patient. He's updating it. Not through the Discord.
Yeah, I posted his diary on the Discord, but yeah, I'm following along his diary as well. There is a famous influencer, Leon Otremba. He goes by Latremba online.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he recently reached 8.5 centimeters on his tibia. So I'm also just following his recovery as well. But I still wouldn't take any chances, man.
He got to 85 on the tibias.
Yeah, he did.
After like 90 on his femurs.
He got like 10.5 or 9.5 on his femurs. Yeah, so he's like, he calls himself the David Goggins of limb lengthening. That may or may not be true, but
David Goggins of limb lengthening. What?
Yeah.
I can't believe this. Socrates, do you hear this nonsense? What is happening? What is happening? Oh man, I'm gonna have to talk to this Latremba guy. I'd like to bring him on and talk to him for a straight hour.
Maybe one day.
If I can keep a straight face, I don't even know. Dang. All right.
And Neil's perspective on Becker is not uncommon. Like some of the other commentary on Becker's surgical methods and the results that the X-ray results of his patients, the most important thing, indicate bad operating procedure.
Wow.
It's really that simple.
And this is more than one patient?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
wow.
And they've been on the Discord multiple times, and like they've dealt with it and recovered as best as they could, but to be set up in a non-optimal way is one of the reasons the surgery there is much less expensive than anyone who uses Precise, because you get what you pay for.
I gotcha. Yeah, no, I remember Phaedrus, like he was one of the first ones that kind of went there, and that's good information because I like I said, my head is in clouds with sometimes, and to see that happen, it's not great. But that's what patient diaries are there for. It's like, hey, they will tell you if a surgeon's good or not. So that's good news. Okay, so this one, hi Victor, Ali is gone, Bobby Jones is here. This is that guy, that joker. Best method. Okay, so this was for Olympus. Best method and safest is femurs, internal nail, easier to get more height. You can still wear lifts in proportions, less complications. Oh, I guess. Well, he's also trying to figure out, can he get quadrilateral lengthening done? That's his other thing, Bobby Jones. Okay. All right. So that was Ben's answer. Okay. I'm just trying to see what we got. Any questions? Oh, Socrates, your fans, ZZZ. All right, here we go. All right, this one is for you. Let's make Aiden. You're going to answer this one. Is 6 centimeters on the tibia and 5 centimeters on the femur at the same time doable?
6 in the tibias and 5 in the femurs. I will go more on the femurs and less on the tibias if you're doing it at the same time. I just met a kid the other day. Not a kid. I said a kid because he's like on his 20s. He was doing quadrilateral, but he told me that he had to stop at 2.8 on his tibias because the fibula pre-consolidate. And he was pretty happy with the height that he got on the tibias because he was gonna do like 5 point something on the femurs, and that was gonna get him to 6 foot. So he was like right there. So it didn't matter to him because he was gonna be a 6 foot no matter what. But I mean, tibias is something like even if you're doing it by itself, to get to 5 is hard. So imagine doing quadrilateral to get to 6 on tibias. That I don't know. I'll rather try to get 6 on femurs and 5 on tibias. In that
You
case.
got it, my man. It's a naturally longer bone, the femurs, and it's easier to get more length. But I do know some patients, depending on their proportions coming in, they always want to kind of do it that way. If they do it that way, they just have to know it's going to be much harder. Andrew, is it a problem for a piriformis nail inserted through the troch entry, vice versa? I think the Greek doc has done this. I don't know. I don't want to get into all the specifics of all that stuff right now. By the way, he reached his goal, the 195, the Latremba. Man, yeah, we gotta get him on here just to talk to him, see what he says. All right, guys, I think that's it. Yeah, we're not gonna get into all those debates right tonight. 'Cause we're deep into the hour now. I heard patients can walk in Europe. Oh, you mean for the Betz bone? Yeah, it's a weight bearing nail, but the thing is that these patients are saying that. There's patients who are saying that their bones aren't healing well, so that's a problem. So it's like if you're walking on a device, you're not walking on a real bone. Do you want that? So that's something to factor in. All right, guys. So to wrap up the show, we want to see if Olympus has his answers. So Olympus, see if you need a refresh. Can you hear us? Can we hear you?
Yes, I did a refresh already. Can you guys hear me? All right.
All right. So we're gonna kind of like just get your thoughts on this. We want to make sure that you're going to basically tell us what you're truly feeling inside, if there's any questions, concerns, or confusion you have. We want to kind of resolve that before we wrap up the show, so that tomorrow, if you send that money, you can feel confident in your decision. So let's go.
I think I was scared a little bit because I was not ready with stretch lab. I was not ready for quads, but I know I still have a month, almost 4 weeks. I can actually concentrate on stretching my lower tibias now a little bit more. And I think, I am walking and running a lot. So I do have that hour, as Socrates said, he recommends. Also an hour of stretching and also aqua therapy. So pretty much I know I can meet all those requirements for sure. And I really was 51-49, and I think I'm more like 90-10. But I appreciate you guys big time. And we'll have great content for you guys as well then,
That's awesome. I love it. All right, so you're feeling the quads, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Olympus, when are you coming here?
August 24th, I'll be there.
August 24th? Yeah, hey, I'd love to meet you, man. Just, are you on the Discord channel by any chance?
I'm not, but I'll join. Maybe I'll ask Victor how to do that, but yeah, I'll be.
Yeah, I can send you a link to it, or it might even be below this video. I gotta update the links. There's like 400 videos, but anyway, yeah, man, you should definitely join. There's a lot of these guys that are in there. Nailed Legs, Aaron, Aiden's in there. He has his diary, so they're all in there.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. But if you still have any questions, man, like I said, just get in there, ask them questions, ask me questions. Hopefully tomorrow's Friday, so you have to kind of make your decision. But regardless of what you do, you go into a good clinic, you have your family support behind you, you have all our support behind you, it's going to turn out okay. So just work hard, and you're gonna get taller, and you'll be all right.
Awesome. I appreciate you guys big time. And I love to hear all your stories, all your biographies. It's amazing. Actually, kind of missing Natalie here from the whole picture here because I wonder how she's doing too. But I love to hear you guys, are reporting your progress and kind of staying close together. It's amazing.
100%. And
I have to get to meet you. I have to get to meet you also, Olympus. So I'll be there too by that time when you come back.
Awesome. Looking forward to meeting you.
Fantastic. I just remembered, guys. I was leaving the gym this morning, and I was like, "Oh, it's July 31st," and then I was like, "July 31st, the day I had my surgery 13 years ago." I was like, "Holy crap, that was my limb lengthening surgery!" Wow. So yeah, it's my anniversary. Look at that. Cyborg for Life was born 13 years ago. I just didn't know it yet. So in Baltimore, I was like, wow. I didn't document anything because I was like, oh, another broken leg. Let's get through this. Hurry up. For me, it's like get back to bodybuilding. But for everybody else, it's like it's such a big thing. I wish I would have shown it because it was a tibial lengthening that I did. And we don't get a lot of tibial lengthening patients, but I remember it. But no content, unfortunately. We have these stupid little phones back then that didn't really work like they do nowadays. We have all these huge phones and everything. But anyway, guys, that's all we have for today's show. It was Olympus. We wanted to get we got it.
By the way, that's my cousin there, Eve, the one that's sending the heart. She's the one who initiated.
Oh, is that your cousin?
My cousin. I don't know.
Oh, that's so nice. Well, thank you for watching and supporting the channel. And we hopefully got the answer that you were looking for, Eve. I think we did. We delivered. She paid me under the table. She's like, man, convince him to do the quads. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you. So next week I'm not going to be here because I'll be preparing for a show, a bodybuilding show, but I'll be back the following week. So wish me luck. Everybody else who is lengthening, keep lengthening. Keep us posted in the Discord. And so for all these amazing limb lengthening patients on the panel, for all you guys.
I just want to say that I know before you go, I want to let you go, but I'm listening to all these stories and everyone on here is getting all this height. It just makes me so motivated to want to do it. And I can't help but do whatever it's going to take to get above average height. I mean, to this very day, everybody I know towers over me. I mean, I was at the yoga. I still go to yoga, and everyone there who makes fun of me, picks on me. There are people there who do, not everyone, but there are people there, and they're like towering over me like giants. The guys from my school who bullied me, they're not like 6'3", they're 6'4" now. And I'm not looking to get 6'4" or 6'3", obviously, but if I get like 5'9.5", 5'10.5", anywhere in between that, I'm going to have to do it. Because, my brother, we used to have a problem with my brother, and he's now 6'1.5". I mean, it's crazy. I mean, every person walking around me who is giving me problems and harass me, and to this day who still bullies me, is like standing 10 inches taller than me. It is insane. And I mean, even girls are like
Zach,
5 to 6 inches.
Have you joined the Discord?
No, I haven't.
I think that'd be a good place.
I'm trying to.
What's that?
Yeah, I need to join the Discord. I really got to figure out time.
Guys, you and Olympus.
Yeah, they can probably bounce some really good ideas with you, because I think that a lot of those guys in there, they were your height, right? And they dealt with what you dealt with to some extent. And I think that they have some insight and give you some ideas that were really helpful from different perspectives. Because I talked to you numerous times, and I know we have a strategy in place, obviously, to get the resources for you to kind of get it done. But
I am working on it.
Give you some, like different perspectives that I think you can you'll be very appreciative of. So I think, you and Olympus should somehow join the Discord. I think it would be very valuable. But I gotta get ready to go take the dog out and eat some dinner. I appreciate everybody on the panel. Socrates, good to see you again. What time is it there? 3 a.m? Really? That's what time I wake up, so I don't feel so bad. I'm just
my sister is in the hospital giving birth right now, so
really.
Yep. But
congratulations! Like me.
Yeah. It was. She was due in 2 weeks, but then the hospital was like, "Get your butt over here. We got to do this."
Does she live there? She lives there.
She's in DC.
Oh, DC.
That's outside DC.
I see. Okay. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much. This is episode 167 of Limb Lengthening Live. Until next time, this is Victor from Cyborg for Life. These amazing patients signing out. See you guys next time.